I was standing in my hotel room that Saturday morning adjusting my bow tie in front of the mirror, and I could not stop smiling. The tuxedo fit perfectly. Outside the window, the California sun was already warming up the city. In exactly 4 hours, I would be marrying Amanda, the woman I had loved for 3 years. I could still remember the night I proposed to her at Santa Monica Beach, the way her eyes lit up when she said yes. This was supposed to be the best day of my life. I grabbed the breakfast tray I had ordered and decided to surprise her. As I walked down the hallway toward her room on the 3rd floor, something felt strange. The silence, the way my footsteps echoed. I reached her door. Before I tell you what happened next, let me know where you are watching from. Drop a comment below, and if you have ever trusted someone completely, someone you thought would never hurt you, hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. Because what I found on the other side of that hotel room door changed everything I thought I knew about trust, loyalty, and the woman I was about to marry. I am talking about the kind of betrayal that makes you question every single moment you shared with someone. I stood outside room 312 at the Westwood Heights Hotel holding a tray with croissants, fresh berries, and 2 cups of coffee. I was about to knock when I heard sounds from inside. Laughter, low voices. The door was not fully closed, just slightly open. I pushed it gently and it swung inward. The suite was a mess. Clothes scattered across the floor, a tie draped over the lampshade, and there on the bed I saw them. Amanda and Marcus. Marcus was the boyfriend of Jenna, Amanda's best friend since high school. They were tangled in the sheets, hair disheveled, barely covered. The tray slipped from my hands. The sound of shattering glass echoed through the room. Amanda jerked up, pulling the blanket to her chest. Marcus scrambled to his feet, his face going pale. I stood there frozen. My brain could not process what my eyes were seeing. My heart pounded so hard I thought it might burst out of my chest. I opened my mouth, but no words came out. Just silence. Heavy, suffocating silence. Amanda broke it first. "Isaiah, I can explain." Her voice was shaky, panicked. She jumped out of the bed, grabbing a robe from the chair. Marcus was fumbling with his pants, trying to pull them on. "Man, I am sorry, I finally found my voice." It came out as a whisper, barely audible. Today of all days. My hands were trembling. I clenched them into fists. Amanda rushed toward me, her robe half-tied. "Baby, please just listen to me." I stepped back, holding up my hand. Do not come near me." She stopped, tears streaming down her face. It did not mean anything. It was a mistake. I turned to Marcus, who was still struggling with his shirt. "Where is Jenna? Does she know her boyfriend is here?" My voice was rising now, anger breaking through the shock. Marcus would not look at me. He just stared at the floor, silent. Amanda grabbed my arm. "She is downstairs getting her hair done." "Please, Aya, it was just this one time." I yanked my arm away. "One time? On our wedding day? How long has this been going on?" Silence again. But this time it was not confusion. It was guilt. Pure, undeniable guilt written all over both their faces. "How long?" I repeated each word, sharp as broken glass. Amanda's shoulders slumped. She walked to the bed and sat down, burying her face in her hands. "It happened last night. We were all drinking at the rehearsal dinner. Last night," I repeated, my voice hollow. "So while I was toasting to our future, you were planning to sleep with him?" "No, it was not like that." Amanda stood up again, desperation in her eyes. "We were all drinking. Marcus walked me up to my room. I was feeling so much pressure about the wedding, about commitment. I was scared, and it just happened. I stared at her, this woman I had planned a life with, this woman who told me she loved me every single day. You were scared of marrying me, so you slept with your best friend's boyfriend." Marcus finally spoke up, his voice weak. "It really was just physical, man. We both regret it. Just physical." Those words hit me like a punch to the gut. Amanda moved closer, reaching for my hand. "But I love you, Isaiah. I want to marry you. This does not change anything between us." I pulled my hand away like her touch burned. "It changes everything." I looked at her, really looked at her. 3 years. 3 years of dates, vacations, meeting each other's families. 3 years of planning a future. And she threw it all away in one night. She grabbed my shoulders. "The wedding is in 4 hours. Please do not do this." I stepped back toward the door. "I need to think." "Isaiah, please," but I was already walking out. The door closed behind me, muffling her sobs. I stood in the hallway, leaning against the wall. My hands would not stop shaking. 4 hours. I had 4 hours to figure out what to do with the rest of my life. I went back to my room number 418. I sat on the edge of the bed, staring at nothing. My mind was racing but also completely blank at the same time. I kept seeing it over and over. The two of them, on our wedding day. How could she do this? How could he? I looked down at my wedding ring already on my finger. The gold band caught the morning light. 3 years of memories flooded back. Our first date at that Italian restaurant downtown. The weekend trip to Napa Valley. The time she surprised me at work with homemade lunch. Were those moments even real? Or was I living in a fantasy this whole time? My phone buzzed. A text from Amanda. "Please come back. Let me fix this. I love you." I stared at the message. Part of me, a stupid, naive part, wanted to believe her. Wanted to pretend this morning never happened. Walk down that aisle and say I do like we planned. But I could not. I could not unsee what I saw. I could not unhear those words. 2 hours passed. I showered, trying to wash away the disgust I felt. But it clung to me like a second skin. I got dressed again, not in my tuxedo, just jeans and a shirt. I needed answers. Real answers. Not excuses or apologies. I needed to know the truth. I walked back to room 312. This time I knocked. Amanda opened the door immediately, like she had been waiting. She was dressed now, her hair done, makeup covering the redness around her eyes. But I could still see it. The swelling. The guilt. Isaiah. She breathed my name like a prayer. "Thank God you came back." I walked past her into the room. Marcus was gone. Good. I could not handle seeing his face again. I turned to face her. We stood about 5 feet apart. "I need the truth," I said, my voice steady now. Calm. Dangerously calm. All of it. "How long has this been going on?" Amanda hesitated. She bit her lip, a habit she had when she was nervous. "It started 3 months ago." The room tilted. 3 months. Not last night like she said before. 3 months of lies. 3 months. I felt like someone had knocked the air out of my lungs. She nodded, tears starting again. "It was after we all went to that party together. The bachelor and bachelorette thing we did as a group. Marcus and I, we just connected. I do not know how to explain it. Try." My voice was ice. She sat on the edge of the bed, wrapping her arms around herself. We started texting. Just friendly at first. Then it became more. We met up a few times when Jenna was traveling for work, when you were working late. I felt sick. Actually physically sick. "And Jenna, your best friend since you were 15 years old. What about her?" Amanda looked up at me. "She does not know, and she does not need to know. Isaiah, this can stay between us. We can work through this." I laughed. Actually laughed, a bitter, harsh sound that did not sound like it came from me. "So you are not just a cheater. You are willing to let your best friend marry a man who has been betraying her for 3 months. I will end it with Marcus, right now. I will never see him again." She stood up, moving toward me. "We can still do this. We can still get married today. Nobody has to know." I could not believe what I was hearing. "You think I would still marry you after this?" She grabbed my hands, holding them tight. Her voice dropped to a whisper, intimate, like she was sharing a secret. "Isaiah, please. What we have is real. What happened with Marcus? What is happening with Marcus? It was just physical." There it was again. Just physical. "It did not mean anything emotionally," she continued, her grip tightening. "You are the one I love. You are the one I want to build a life with. You are the one I want to have children with." I looked down at our joined hands. Her engagement ring sparkled. A 2-carat diamond I saved 6 months to buy. She kept going, words tumbling out faster now. "Think about the money we spent. The venue deposit was $15,000. We cannot get that back. And all the guests, Isaiah. Your parents flew in from Ohio. My aunt came from Florida. Everyone is here for US." She was begging now, actual tears streaming down her face. "Think about your mom. She has been planning this for months. The flowers she picked out. The cake. Everything. So I should marry you because of flowers and cake." My voice was flat. "No, you should marry me because you love me, because we love each other." She squeezed my hands. This thing with Marcus, it is nothing. Just relax. It was just physical. We can move past this. People do it all the time. Relax. It was just physical. Those words echoed in my head. Like infidelity was no big deal. Like 3 months of betrayal could be waved away with a simple explanation. Like I was overreacting to finding my fiancée in bed with another man on our wedding day. I looked at her. Really looked at her. And I realized I was looking at a stranger. This was not the woman I fell in love with. Or maybe it was, and I just never really knew her at all. I pulled my hands free. You are right about one thing. Her face brightened with hope. What we do need to think about the guests. So you will go through with it, her voice lifted, excited. You will still marry me, I smiled. But it was not a happy smile. It was the smile of someone who just made a decision. A final, irreversible decision. Oh, I am definitely going to show up, but not the way you think. I turned and walked toward the door. Wait, what does that mean? Amanda called after me, confusion replacing hope. Isaiah, what are you going to do? I did not answer. I just opened the door, stepped into the hallway and let it close behind me. I heard her calling my name, but I kept walking. My heart was pounding, but not from pain this time. From determination, from clarity. She wanted to think about the guests. Fine. They were about to find out exactly who they almost watched me marry. I went straight back to my room and sat at the desk. My laptop was already open. I pulled out my phone and started making calls. First, I called Daniel, our videographer. Hey man, Daniel answered, cheerful. Getting excited, 2 hours to go. I need a favor, I said. Can you set up a projection screen? I have a special surprise video I want to show before the ceremony. Oh, that is sweet. Yeah, I can do that. Where do you want it? Right in front of the altar, where everyone can see it clearly. You got it. This is going to be great. If only he knew. Next, I called Carlos, our DJ. Carlos, I need to make a speech before the ceremony starts. Can you set up a microphone for me? Sure thing, Isaiah. Getting emotional already, huh? That is beautiful, brother. Something like that. 2 hours until the ceremony. 2 hours to gather evidence. I opened Amanda's laptop. She kept it in our shared office at home, but she brought it to the hotel. I knew her password. It was her birthday, May 14th. She never changed it. I went straight to her messages, and there they were. Hundreds of texts between her and Marcus. I started reading. Each one was like a knife. Cannot wait to see you tonight. Tell Isaiah you are working late. That hotel room was perfect. When can we do it again? I know this is wrong, but I cannot stop thinking about you. Jenna suspects nothing. We are safe. I screenshotted everything, every single message. Then I went through her photos. She had a hidden album. Pictures of her and Marcus together. Selfies in hotel rooms. Pictures at his apartment. One photo of them kissing in a parking garage. My hands were shaking as I saved them all to a USB drive. Every photo felt like a betrayal all over again. But I needed this. I needed everyone to see the truth. An hour and a half to go. I transferred everything to a presentation file. Photos, text messages, all of it organized chronologically. A timeline of betrayal. By the time I finished, it was 1 hour before the ceremony. I got dressed in my tuxedo, straightened my tie, looked at myself in the mirror one last time. I barely recognized the man staring back at me. But he was stronger than the one who woke up this morning. Sadder but stronger. I grabbed the USB drive and headed to the venue. Lakeside Garden was beautiful. White chairs arranged in perfect rows. Flowers everywhere, white roses and lilies, Amanda's favorites. A string quartet played soft music as guests arrived. About 150 people, all dressed up, all smiling, all expecting a beautiful wedding. I walked to the altar and found Daniel. Is the screen ready? All set up, he said, grinning. This is going to be such a nice surprise. I handed him the USB drive.